Shalom, family, and aloha from the Hawaiian Islands. This is your sister Chaya the Elect with the Melchizedek News. If you missed today's episode of Melchizedek News, you can watch it now on my YouTube channel at Chaya the Elect. And while you're there, go ahead and like and subscribe. I hope to see you soon. And that's with real love and real respect. Shalom, family.
It's the Melchizedek News Hour.
Testing, testing. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? I'm working on some new equipment. I'm testing it. Might as well work out all the kinks before things get too crazy. Yep. Let's see what's going on. In the live chat, can y'all hear me? Let me know. She's running a test. Okay, it says I already stopped this one. It's a delay. There is a delay. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? Okay, you can hear me in the live chat. The biggest thing is the audio. We got to work on the audio and the video. Thank you, Sister Ruette. I appreciate you. I'm testing out some new equipment, so when these emergencies come about, we'll be good to go. So that's what I am doing. Brother Joseph is busy, so he can't let me know. All right, anybody else in the live chat? I'm sorry, but I'm testing some new equipment. Let me see here. See what we can do here. I see the mic is picking up. And this over here is Rose. Sister Chaya is still here, family. I'm just running some tests on a system. Yep, that's what she's doing. Okay, let's see. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Audio is on. Okay. Audio is on. Let's try to share this again. Your browser. Okay, what's this? Your browser. Okay, let me see what I got. What's going on here? What is going on here? Okay, got that. Got that. Mm-hmm. Sorry, family. I'm running a test here. And Brother Joseph is busy and cannot help me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Might as well work these things out right now before things get too crazy. Let's see what we got here. Let's try to present this one. Why is there a delay? Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's frozen. Refresh. Refresh. Brother Joseph, I'm sorry you're busy. I really could use your help, but that's okay. I'm going to try to figure it out myself. This Microsoft Edge. I might just have to sign off. Yep. May just have to sign off. Okay. Here we go. Okay, it's refreshing. Let's see. I'm trying to put it in here again. Share. Share. Also, share audio. Yes, that's what we want. Share.
It'd be like here. Yeah, I would do that. I think the day's done anyway, so it should be like here. I lost. Been dabbling and just go to Walmart, buy some food and stuff before you guys get down here. I also think there could be like something right in front of us. Yeah, as long as it's have decent, I'm probably going to continue to mess with it. But I'll try and keep you waiting around here. Look around here real quick, see what's behind us. They're right about where this.
Can anybody hear Max Velocity's channel?
Like
Where's Riley? He's on vacation.
Can you let me know if you're in the live chat, whoever is in there? Sister Udaya,
Vince's
can you
view.
hear me or
Holy crap.
the weather live
Look at that
chat?
mesocyclone. That's just
Wow.
insane. This structure is crazy.
It's amazing.
This again, Vince Waltie's on Radar Omega with Project Weather
Where's
Eye.
the tornado?
Yeah.
Structure's just insane. Thank you, Chandra, for becoming a member. Thank you also, Yuria, for the Venmo donation.
What is it?
Fuckers.
Sorry for the language. Me. That. Crazy, crazy structure. Don't see this very often. This was moments ago as well when we had the tornado. This is from Bryce Shelton, also with Tornado Pagey. Look how rapidly all that dust kicked into the storm and was also rapidly rotating as well.
Nice to know.
Oops. That was basically preluding our tornado. Pretty crazy stuff there.
I'll go ahead and show you guys here real quick.
So yeah, back to radar. This storm is still tornado warned for 9 more minutes. It actually might be trying to gear up again. We got rotation again. A little bit of rotation over Highway 142. It might be gearing up for another tornado here in the next few minutes. This is just off to the east of Stamford. So get ready. There could be another one trying to drop here in the next few minutes. What was that licensing? Yeah, that's Bryce Shelton. They sell to news media and stuff too. But we're allowed to use their stuff.
Oh my god, she's on her ass.
Following too closely.
All right. Let's back to the structure here. Your Highway 142 east of Stamford. I think Friday's going to be punching out in front of this here in a second too. Storm Hunter Media has a cool view too. Thank you, Barry, for the $20 super chat. Michael for the $5 super chat. Where's Connor? I think Connor is done because of his internet going out or his stream going out. Had some technical issues from my understanding. Quite literally an unbelievable structure. I keep saying it, but it really is incredible. So circular. I don't know what we call this one. This isn't like the IHOP stack of pancake structure. This one's like, I don't even know. It just looks like a classic supercell, to be honest. Crazy. Thank you, Paige, for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Hollister with the Venmo donation. See what the latest radar scan shows again. I think it's starting to rotate again. It's still rotating. You can see it, the entire thing spinning. It's just broad. Velocities were starting to come together a little bit on the last scan. I'm curious to see if they're still coming together. Rotation's over 142 right now. Absolute mothership of a supercell.
Yeah.
On your roof cam?
Well, even on my iPhone camera before I put the freaking filter thing on it.
Call it a cinnamon bun? Honestly,
Where are we?
we could call it a cinnamon bun.
You know where we're at?
We're east of Hess, 6 miles east of Stanford.
Where am I at? Do you guys know?
Yeah, 6 miles east of Stanford.
Okay. Stanford with an N?
Yeah, M. Stamp.
Oh,
Like
cripes.
Stamp. You're 8 miles east of Stanford, Texas.
A little late.
This is the latest radar scan. Again, this storm is still tornado warned for another 6 minutes. Got this hook reaching out, still an inflow going to the storm too. Waiting to see what the velocity show. This is about 4 minutes old, but it is definitely still rotating. We got a large mesocyclone. This could try to drop another tornado here in the next few minutes as it continues to track slowly to the east. Once again, just to the south of Haskell.
Yeah, we're getting screwed here. We're getting gypped.
Yeah, I can't believe this is surprising. Like, I'm a little bit confused here.
Hey, Barry, for becoming a member.
It's perfect structure to have a giant, cone tornado.
Yeah.
I was like, why do we not have a cone right there?
Yeah, like, wouldn't be bothering anybody.
Actually, it's pretty much on top of it.
Let's go back over to Shoal as well, who's coming up on this.
Stop. Holy structure, Batman!
Velocity's got a little bit broader on the latest scan. I think the biggest thing here is just structure. I guess Batman is here to save the day. Hey, Matt, for the $10 super chat.
Too bad. Oh my. Oh, is that okay?
If I had to guess, they'll probably cancel a tornado warning.
Barely. I zoomed in my stream. I've zoomed in my stream on it, and as soon as I did, it dissipated. How did I not see that? I was like, what is this? That's what I was looking at. It didn't look like a tornado for like being right there.
It's also back over to Vince. He's underneath the mezzo now. Pretty much underneath it.
Ahead of everybody today.
It's gotten a lot more. It's more like an oval now. It's not.
We were, and then we stopped.
Not as circular as before. It's a large mezzo right now. Hey, Chris, with the $50 super chat. Thanks for keeping us informed. No problem at all. Appreciate the super chat. Back over to, I thought I clicked 3. What? Back over to Shoal. Tornado warning does go for 3 more minutes. So I'll have to issue a new warning of some sort. It's probably gonna be a severe warning if I had to guess.
We're gonna be back. Quincy just put the shots of a live.
It's just a large mesocyclone. The cloud tops are not as high as before. They're actually they're about 53,000 feet.
Yeah, I need to put you guys out this way. The lightning's just insane.
It was about 60,000 feet about 10 minutes ago. Now it's down to 53,000. So it is down. The supercell itself is not as tall as before. It still has crazy structure. Thank you, Christy, for the Venmo donation. I appreciate that. And Cassie for the PayPal donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
I knew it was going to be bad today, but like I didn't expect it to be. That was 2023 level trap. I wasn't down enough.
Crazy amount of lightning.
I was in Colorado. Good, very good call on my end. I'm always like, yeah, Oklahoma's not good.
All right, we currently have about 1 more minute on this tornado warning. Aside from this, it's a lot of scattered severe weather. We still have a huge line of storms going across Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and as well as Alabama, but nothing really rotating that much right now. They actually have a tornado possible label on our storm back over here near Florence, but not really seeing much rotation. We have a little bit near Red Bay. Generally speaking, the greatest concern right now will be across the Dixie Alley for damaging winds and a low tornado risk over the next hour or two. And then our severe weather threat is still increasing right now across both Texas and Oklahoma. We have a slew of storms that have been firing up, a lot of these producing large hail and damaging winds. The tornado threat should continue to stay at least slightly higher across Texas over the next few hours. We even got like a little random storm that's fired up near Mineral Wells. So that's interesting. And then also, if we go back over to the SPC outlook for tonight, they have updated it. There's a new SPC outlook for the remainder of tonight. The tornado risk in general is really the biggest thing that I want to cover here. They have condensed our tornado risk a little bit. Still have a large 5% tornado risk in place across north central Texas, southwest Oklahoma. And then our 2% tornado risk still goes from northern Alabama back into southern Colorado. Wind threat still significant, mainly across Texas for this evening, including the Dallas-Fort Worth area, southwest Oklahoma, and north Texas. And then another 30% wind risk a little bit further to the east in Mississippi and Alabama. And then very large hail is still a big concern in Oklahoma, Texas, and then a little sliver there of New Mexico. Still could see some hailstones as large as the size of softballs this evening. We've already had hail as large as 6 inches in diameter today, which for the record is like the size of a coconut. So hail's been big. But we no longer have a tornado warning now. One thing I want to point out, we actually had an 81 mile per hour wind gust over in Amherst, Texas moments ago. This storm is currently warned for 70 mile per hour winds in addition to the threat of golf ball sized hail. So significant storms over here producing some very high winds. Apparently there was a tornado report, rain wrap tornado as of 7:37, and we never got a tornado warning on this. That is interesting. I actually, what's funny, I think I said this like an hour ago, maybe half an hour ago. It was right before the storm was passing. It was like over Sudan. And I'm pretty sure I said that there was rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if it got tornado warned. And it ended up actually producing a rain wrap tornado. So I guess we were correct on that statement because this is the same exact supercell. Literally the same thing. That is interesting. The storm no longer has any warning, by the way. It's not warned. There's absolutely no warning on this storm right now. So I'm assuming they're going to issue some warning because I would assume that there's still some wind. And yeah, they just issued one. So it's 60 mile per hour winds, quarter size hail. It's not as significant as before, but still a severe storm nonetheless here in Texas. And the structure is still pretty cool. Not as crazy as earlier, but it's still pretty cool. And there's a lot of lightning too. Thank you, Caitlin, for the Venmo donation.
I don't think
Tampa Bay can be crazy for hurricanes.
Don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna keep my words there. I don't think so. Probably.
We have a new severe thunderstorm watch that has just been issued. This is going to be back over in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana until 3 a.m. That is for scattered ping pong ball sized hail, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. And there's also frequent lightning being likely from this area of thunderstorm activity. Again, it's a huge line of thunderstorms. So I'd fully expect that we're going to continue to see basically all hazards of severe weather continue. Storm Runner Media is driving right underneath this structure. Let's go Storm Runner Media. It's gotten a lot more elevated. Definitely not as surface-based as it once was. But still producing some hail and wind. Cool little structure here, too. Where's Riley? He's on vacation. He's on vacation till Friday.
I was not going up there because I was thinking, oh, it's about to produce. I was thinking, ooh, 75 mile an hour outflow and, decent sized hail to close out the stream. Then I get a text saying there's baseball. So I'm like, I don't really want to lose my windshield. So I go turn southeast, look out my window. I see dust on the ground from the circulation that was to the south with a bowl spinning above it. I'm like, oh my God, tornado. And then I look to the north of that, and there's a funnel 2/3 of the way to the ground. That has ground circulation. I'm like, oh my God, wait, that's the tornado. And I'm like, I got cameras on each one. I'm like, I don't know what the hell.
Riley is celebrating Max's birthday. Or if he's celebrating my birthday, I'm also celebrating my birthday. Like, let's be real.
Horrible spot, so I started booking in Southeast.
Probably add a banner on screen saying Riley's on vacation. I don't know why we would need a banner for that. Like, I know Riley's gotten to be a pretty big part of the streams, but we don't need a banner on screen to have that like at all times.
So content, so calm. I'm like, beautiful structure, this day's
I'm going on vacation, not soon, but like in like late November, early December. And when I go on vacation, I'm not putting a banner on my channel saying, "Oh, I'm on vacation," or whatever it might be. Thank you, Barbara, for the $10 super chat. Hey, no problem at all. Appreciate you tuning in. I can help. Thank you, Spencer, for the super chat as well. I think generally speaking, the severe weather in like Georgia is pretty low to zero. I mean, there really isn't much. There's nothing severe in Georgia, just strong storms. What's going to continue to remain potent for the next hour or two will be this long line of thunderstorms. It's marching across a large chunk of central Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, Arkansas, where damaging winds will continue and the potential for an isolated tornado or two still exists. Our greatest tornado threat will be back up near Florence. And really anywhere in northwestern Alabama. We have a little bit more convergence here. We got some rotation starting to spin a little bit here near Red Bay. There's also some broad circulation near Florence, but generally speaking, it's going to be mostly wind. Still a low chance of a tornado, though. I think just a lot of this activity, mainly north of Jackson, is outflow dominant. You can see the outflow boundary very clearly right here. So as long as these storms are way behind our outflow boundary, we're probably not going to see much in the way of a tornado threat down here, at least in central Mississippi. It's a bit different up here because these storms are not really that outflow dominant, very minimally across the board. And we also have more storms converging. So that'll help to increase our rotation. Where am I going? I'm going on a cruise. 7-day cruise. It's the one vacation I'm going to be on this year. Riley is 45. Riley is not 45. And I'm also not over the age of 25. I don't know why people think I'm like 70. Yeah, I'm not going on vacation anytime soon. It's like still almost I'm pretty sure it's still a half a year from now. It's like 6 months away. There you are, running for the super chat. Max shares a birthday with Fort Smith. Bro, what? This storm looked crazy earlier. It's really gotten to the point where there isn't much left with it. Structure's still cool, but this storm really fell apart fast. I don't know. Maybe it reorganizes again. Still a lot of convection around this thing. And some cool lightning, too. Some refresh shoal here. And shoal might be broken. Let me go over to Freddy. Freddy has a cool view. I'll give it a second to load.
If you haven't already, drop a like too while you're in here.
Yeah, since you're here, might as well.
That's what Freddy's looking at right now on this
Right, hold on,
storm
10, 3, 2, 1, pop.
near Stamford, Texas. Flash flooding is going to probably become a concern here near Stamford here over the next little while.
Almost a 5K viewers, guys.
What's up, guys?
A lot of Reed viewers in here right now. Whoa, okay, there we go. See, that's why I pointed over here. Zoom it. Yeah, that's a good shot right there. I know what I'm doing. It's a good shot right there. Tree trimmer.
Tree trimmer?
You know, I do kind of have the nickname of Tim Reed now, ever since I got called Tim Reed up there, and I don't even remember what town that was, but somebody.
Hey Ryan for the super chat. It is not Riley's birthday, and he's not 45.
My car at the gas station, they're like, "Hey, are you Tim Reed?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm not Tim Reed, but I know he's around here somewhere." And they're like, "Okay, thank you." They left, so that was pretty funny. That was actually pretty funny.
It was so good.
That was after
the
big
chat.
Sandhill tornadoes up there, and yeah. By the way, we got the mics on now, so in case you guys can't tell, but we got the mics back on here.
Are these storms predicted to head towards Dallas Fort Worth? They will be
By
later.
the way, Reed's viewers, while you're in here, it's not just me, but I also got my co-pilot here, Eli.
One coming down, and then DL said, "Folding
Back over to Storm Runner too.
So I said, the
what was I just saying? Oh yeah, Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah, you guys are gonna see storms later.
Also, the tornado was that dust one. Cause I just wanted to
And
the other one, yes, for sure.
they've lost connection. This is Tornado Pagey. They're once again punching the storm, just like they did last time. I don't think that the hail and the wind is not as high, but they are punching through it. The storm, initially when they punched through it, I don't think they were expecting to see 2 tornadoes, and then guess what happened? They saw 2 tornadoes. Hey, Corky for the $20 super chat. Are you ever moving back to Texas? I don't know yet. We'll see. Why would Riley take a vacation in May working on a YouTube weather channel? Well, he's still in college, so like there isn't really many options for him to go vacationing outside of that. And second off, I mean, like this was planned a long time ago, so this isn't like something that just happened out of nowhere. Before I hired him, I already knew about this. I told him, hey, this is a big deal. No, not really. I didn't really care too much. Oh my goodness, I think unless it's right here. Bro, there's no way. We got shame. Shame them. Underneath the overpass. They run it back for the super chat.
Alright, this is the road it was on. Yeah,
Riley is the star of the show. Bro comes on for about 10 minutes out of every 10 hours on stream, I'm pretty sure.
I know.
Definitely Iowa wins, that's for sure. Haven't seen a whole lot of hail yet. Riley is competition. Yes, he's competing with me on stream. Tons of lightning. Yeah, these storms are highly electrified. They are very electrified tonight. Freddie has a view outside of the storm.
And then get a
That's what it looks like from the outside.
mouthful of 12 gauge. You know?
10 minutes of greatness? I mean, I don't disagree. Riley's a great addition. I literally, I don't think we could have done any better addition than Riley.
I'll let you do that.
Just being
I'll let
completely real.
Okay. If that's what you want to do, you go for it. I think I'm going to flip around here.
Stormrunner has a cool view of the structure,
Wait,
but I don't know if their
there's
stream's going to
actually
stay
a
up.
little road
They've been
here.
a little bit
Never
low
mind. Let me
signal.
go up here. There's a little road. I didn't see this road. Take this here real quick.
Stormrunner has a pretty cool view of this storm right now.
Well, the van is leaving.
I mean, I can fully call this. I'm sure this thing's going to do that again. Or at least right now. Maybe a QLCS is the level jet ramps up. Mega shelf, almost a giga shelf. Almost
Giga
a
shelf.
giga shelf material.
Thank you, Stu, for becoming a member. Thank you, Antone,
Yeah,
for the super
let's go
chat.
outside.
Might as well.
And thank you, Michael, for the super chat.
It'll only be the 5th.
Welcome to Riley Velocity featuring
You're like
Max.
scared of lightning.
Thank you, also Chaotic, for the super chat.
He's got a fear of it.
I'm scared of loud noises.
He's got a fear of the lightning, but you know, if it's my time to go, it's just my time to go.
There was a lightning strike yesterday on their stream that struck like a half mile from them. I'm pretty sure Tanner is just absolutely afraid of lightning. The guy holding the camera. He's absolutely afraid of lightning now.
Well, this is the storm. We've been on this for the last couple hours here.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab the 18 bomb.
Okay, I could hold them for
So much enthusiasm here from Freddie. Thank you, T, for the super chat.
Yeah, this is the storm we've been on.
Thank you,
for
Edward,
the
also
last,
for becoming a member.
like 2 hours now. Like I said, it did drop a tornado to the northwest of Stamford, Texas. We did catch that tornado just northwest of town. In fact, let me go ahead and flip my my blinkers on here. Just put the solid on. That way they know. Whoa!
Boom.
There we go.
Yeah, let's stand right next to the stop sign.
There's the thunder.
Wow.
Big rumble.
Yeah, again, this is going to be the exact moment that my mom joins the stream. It's just so good.
Whereas Riley, he is on vacation,
yeah,
bro.
maybe we do need to get him
I don't know.
at some point.
I don't know what else I can do. Like, people are just gonna keep asking.
Is Bolt? Oh! Get in!
Jeez!
I knew it! Get in! I knew it! Get in!
Holy crap,
dude!
It's a tale as old as time. Freddie and Eli are on a storm. They almost get struck by lightning.
Ow! There we go.
Did I drop my phone?
I hope not. Wait, where is your phone?
I don't know, but no.
You got it?
No, I don't.
Just look around. Just look around here. Guys, we almost just got fried.
I don't want to get out.
We almost just got fried.
Where did my phone go?
Just look below you.
I'm looking.
Jeez, dude.
Calm down, Eli.
My heart's racing.
Lock in.
I found it.
There it is.
I got it. Oh,
Dude.
Oh, man.
jeez.
Eli even
Holy
dropped
crap.
his phone. Scared the phone out of him.
I ran so fast.
Freaking scared the phone out of him there, chat.
I ran so fast that I threw the phone out of my pocket.
You know, that's the thing, chat. Like, once you start running, why are you running, bro? You're already cooked. Like,
It's so funny. Like you guys we weren't live yesterday, but Freddie, the same thing happened literally yesterday on his stream. This is also from yesterday.
oh, there's Connor.
Oh,
Oh, dude! Brandon!
Happened 2 days in a row. I don't know how that's even possible. That's crazy. 2 days in a row. Oh man, that's so funny.
Is pushing out the live feed.
We're getting that video up on the socials ASAP, by the way. That's gonna be up on socials 100%.
The one when we were sitting on the side of the road was like maybe like 100, maybe less than 100 yards. That one was really freaking close. Okay, we're about to get into the barrage here. Here it comes right here. Look at all the bolts. Look at this, guys. These are all the bolts coming in here. So we might get some close range CGs here in a sec.
Let's go over to Tornado Pagey. They're in the middle of the storm right now.
No.
Just getting this up on socials right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see anything over here.
There it is right there.
Ah.
I'm sure it's destroyed.
Oh yeah. There it is. Found a Starlink.
Oh yeah.
There's Starlink fall off?
Is it?
Oh yeah. Let's get that as an artifact. Yep.
Oh man.
No way their Starlink fell off again. That happened like a week ago. Or a couple weeks back.
All right, we're going to shoot a little bit.
Back over in Alabama right now, near Hamilton, Alabama. I think we just had a spin-up tornado. Yeah, there was a moment ago here where we had a possible spin-up tornado just east of Hamilton. No clear debris signature, but velocities are definitely still strong enough here where we could get a quick tornado out of this line in northwest Alabama over the next hour or so. So, yeah, if you're anywhere up here in northwest Alabama, definitely be staying weather aware. Line of storms continuing to push east. We also have a line of storms pushing across central Mississippi. This one's a little bit more broken now. It's mostly just 60-mile-per-hour winds. It really should fall apart by the time it gets down to southern Mississippi, but damaging winds around 60 will continue. Also, potential for some quarter-sized hail will still be in play as that line moves down to the south. Back over near Texarkana, there's also a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. None of these storms in this area are really tornadic. It's mostly going to be wind and a little bit of hail and also a low tornado potential. I'm going to go back to Texas, Oklahoma in a second. It looks like Freddie is now getting hit by the RFD surge on this Texas storm.
A couple, it is ramping up here. This is just to our.
This is north of Abilene, Texas. There's a little bit of rotation starting to develop
crazy,
now.
But a little rotation.
Yeah, a little bit of rotation there.
Of the highway here. Might shoot a little bit. Might go ahead and shoot a little bit back.
Get out in front of it kind of thing.
Yeah, back southeast.
Wind's picking up. Storm might try to produce another tornado at some point. By the way, the video of Freddie and Tanner almost getting struck by lightning again is on Twitter and Facebook at Max Velocity WX.
Doing something again, it's kind of turning back into another giga supercell.
Last time I backtalked the storm and made it.
Keep an eye on them. But again, this storm's definitely trying to spin again. Right now, producing quarter-sized tail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. A little bit of rotation. Again, it's nothing crazy. It's also not where it's supposed to be. But this thing might try to pop out a hook echo again and maybe try to drop another tornado at some point here in the near future. It's also producing some pretty big hail near 277. Got a little hail core there, probably quarter to $half sized hail over 277. Barely moving to the east right now. And eventually going towards Lake Stamford. Again, this storm's very slow. They've also issued a flash flood warning on this area near Haskell. So there's some flooding. Hey, Chef for becoming a member and Hopping for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. Freddie just replied to that tweet on Twitter, by the way. This is the caption, and this is what he said. I'm trying to get 5 big booms. This is the second night in a row of a big boom. In case you guys weren't on stream when it happened.
Oh! I knew it!
I think that was, what's funny is that I think that one's closer than the last one. So, I mean, it's progressively, if we do a little trend analysis, it is getting closer and closer to being near their car day over day. But yeah, this is in Texas. Back up in Oklahoma, we only have 2 severe warnings for hail and wind off to the northwest of Oklahoma City. Flooding is becoming a pretty big concern right now across the Oklahoma City metro. Flash flooding has been observed near Norman. And then also around Lubbock, we got a bunch of storms out here. These are mostly going to be hail and wind producers. The most significant one right now heading towards Plainview, Texas. This golf ball sized hail in addition to 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds. And just off to the west of Amarillo, same thing. Got a long Boeing segment of storms here. This is going to be more of a wind threat in the long term, but in the short term, there will be a potential also for some significant hail as this continues to track to the east towards Amarillo. Got a new mesoscale discussion also across the Texas Panhandle, which does include Amarillo. The severe threat will continue with 80-mile-per-hour winds, tennis ball-sized hail being a possibility, and then on top of that, there is a chance for an isolated tornado. Guys, it is not my anniversary. I did not have a wedding. I don't know why this is such a thing. This is Storm Intermedia. They have a really good view of this storm. Not this. This right here. Storm Intermedia has a really good view of the storm rolling in right now.
I like gustados over, like fully condensed tornadoes. And
little shelf cloud here.
Anyway, I would much rather look at this.
I believe it's a shelf cloud.
Really?
I can't even see it. My eye, I'm looking up to a light. Our new studio, I'm actually able to see our chasers all the time instead of looking into a really bright light. You guys don't understand, but I have a big box light up there and another one off to my right. It's blinding whenever I look at another monitor.
I mean, it'll probably get some pretty strong wind, but it looks pretty outflow dominant right now, so not overly tornadic. But I will say it looked that same way about an hour ago, and it dropped a tornado right behind us. So just kind of be. It was up northwest of your ways. Yeah, so you should be fine, but just be vigilant if it goes tornado warning. Just
Thank you, June, for becoming a Maximum Velocity member.
Appreciate it.
Turn off the colored lights, guys. The lights do not mean... It's not a gender reveal, all right? There's no way. If somebody thinks that is a gender reveal, every time it goes from blue to like red.
It's not. It's literally every time it kicks a leg out, it just wraps it back in.
Oh my goodness. This chat is so unhinged today. It is not snowing in Dallas.
I know that don't make sense, but there's always like a.
I go back over to Freddie.
I mean, that's your name, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
Got Tanner Charles here.
Yeah, dude. I'm Tanner Charles.
Wind's picking up.
Yeah, we're gonna stay in the car. Like, I'm not getting out of the car this time around.
Oh, they should get out of the car again.
Definitely not getting outside of the car. Oh my gosh, there's a chase rig.
Why not? That's like a good time.
Definitely not getting out of the car right now.
Why not get outside the car again?
God, Gosh dang.
It's like Tornado Page. He's still driving through the hail and the wind core here on 277. There's no visibility. We're back over to Freddie.
Max McRimmer. Okay.
What?
Honestly, my favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, what a great.
What did you say, Max McRimmer?
Everybody subscribe to Max McRimmer on YouTube.
Y'all go to Freddie's stream and tell him to get out of the car.
Oh, it is Max. Yeah, happy birthday, Max.
Dude, can we stop? There's no way.
Happy birthday, Max.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Dude, I'm gonna lose
My
it.
name wrong.
If there's one more person that says it's my birthday, you're banned.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Happy birthday, Max. Everybody, it's Max's birthday. Wish him a happy birthday.
I'm going to his chat. I'm gonna say something.
Tanner.
Freed McTanner, that's a good one too.
Time Bomb asks how you liking the Rav.
Love the Rav. Rav is like literally the best chase vehicle I think you can buy. Like it's just
We go back over to Storm Intermedia.
all around.
It's not my birthday. Thank you, Will, for the super chat.
Kind of figured.
Freddie's banned. Freddie is banned. Banned from the chat.
Said I didn't just casually look over my left shoulder, not while panicking, just kind of like, yeah, I knew he was lying.
You knew he was a lion, huh? See, there's rotation there, and the dust is being funneled up into it. Look at that. That's crazy.
The hail is getting bigger. Radar estimates 3.25.
I don't know what it is. She's fine with me holding her anywhere aside from the monitors. Right, girl?
1
Your
mile
problem,
north
monitors?
of Stamford, 35 minutes ago.
What's up?
Pretty sure that would be when the tornado was down.
No.
I think it's starting to develop a little bit of a hook again. I don't know how much of a chance it's going to have of producing another tornado, but
Those reports came in.
definitely something to keep an eye on.
Hour ago.
That tornado was about an hour ago.
The tornado was an hour. Wait, what?
The one that we were on?
Well, yeah, but 8:05.
The storm just does not want to put the fries in the bag. Oh, yeah, man.
Dude,
Fries are not in the bag yet today.
Because this dust is getting pulled there. This dust is getting pulled here, and it's all centralizing right where the rotation doesn't make any sense.
Is there a
Hey, you know, I passed you until I seen you in my rearview mirror.
So I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is happening?
Freddie's new nickname is the Lightning Rod. That's actually funny. Thank you, Justin, for becoming a member and right in for the super chat. I think first kill will be mainly a wind threat overnight tonight.
There's a ton of dust just getting ripped up into this. This is so weird. It's probably outflow, but it's just.
Freddie apologized for doing a chicken wrap review. Since when did you do that? Thank you, M, for the super chat. What's that even mean? I don't know who Marcus is. Oh, super chat Freddie $20 to get out of the car. No, we were trying to bribe somebody
Certainly
to get out of the car.
Oh, huge plume of dust getting pulled up into it now.
There's some dust being kicked up there. Might have a gustnado right there. This is once again located near Stamford, Texas. Might be a gustnado right there.
What is happening right there?
The velocities have been uptaking. I won't even rule out another tornado trying to drop right now. There's dust being kicked off the ground right there.
No, I'm just saying if you were going to say something, it's something.
It's rotating.
It doesn't make any sense. And the rotation up above is not really there anymore, but it's just when it was there, I was like, okay, there's dusting being pulled in from two different directions here. What the hell is happening? Because if it was outflow, I think it'd all be from the same direction.
It's spinning. This is again just southeast of Stamford, Texas. The storm's been in the same place for like an hour and a half. Thank you, Mikey, for becoming a member.
Happy birthday, Max.
Dude,
What?
there's no way. There's literally no shot you guys are going to every Chasers chat to say happy birthday to me.
That is just a big dust vacuum.
Guys, this has gotten excessive now. It's gotten excessive. We've gone to every single chaser.
What do you need Connor to explain, Walt?
Oh, that's a creepy sound.
I don't like that at all.
Freddie's getting out of the car again? No shot, right? Wait, he actually just got out of the car. I think he got back in
He was
though.
alpha dominant before. That's why I'm just so confused.
Oh, that the ping pong's on this now?
He got out of his car for 2 seconds. Now he's back in. By the way, Tornado Pagey is punching through the hail core right now. They are punching the hail core, which could actually be larger than ping pong balls over near Plainview.
Okay. What do you think?
And shame. Shame, shame, shame. A lot of shame.
I know. Look at that. Look at it blowing. Oh, I might pop a video right here. That's okay.
The wind's really picking up here. And the hail is starting to hit the car now. Hail course right north of Stamford on 277.
And then you'll do that point two. Well, we've done this before. I know. Oh my god, look at that pulling. Right side of the car.
A lot of hail falling. And a lot of wind.
This is.
They're punching it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The hail's getting larger.
Oh boy.
The lightning's crazy too.
You got your glasses here? No, I lost them. They're right here. Okay.
They love punching hail cores. I think out of any chaser that we have, they punch the most hail cores.
Couldn't even see. Oh, there's some all over the road. Yeah, I know.
A lot of wind and definitely some hail. Trying to fill up my water bottle with my cat on my lap. It's definitely a process. Thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. We need a shame shirt. We're going to get a shame shirt here probably in the next few days. I think we'll have the shame shirt will probably release on June 1st. Ryan Scholl punches? Ryan Scholl definitely is up there too.
This looks sketch. Oh, I know. We're doing the same thing we just did.
Got lots of hail falling.
See this one? Oh, this isn't plastic.
Thank you, Gaming, for becoming a member.
Oh, we're done. Daylight.
So far, all the hail has probably been around ping pong ball size. I haven't heard them say anything larger than that, but we definitely have hail falling right where they are.
Glasses broke right now. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. You good? You go. You go.
Did this thing glass broke? Did their glass break from the hail? I think we just lost them. Is that what they just said?
There was someone in that lane back.
That's not good. That's the case. Latest scan showing the biggest hail core right over 277. Oh, Starlink? Is that what happened? Definitely producing some large hail, though. Storm Runner has a really cool view of the structure right now. Let me go over to Storm Runner Media. It's their view of the structure. If we had a tornado, this would be the area that we'd be looking for here.
Me 2 years ago. That's who it was.
Thank you, Cassie, for the PayPal donation.
But you can see it how it's like being brought back in here.
Thank you, Loco, for the super chat.
I'm having a slow down.
They're looking into the hook echo here, which again, the rotation's been trying to ramp up again. It might try again to produce a tornado at some point. Right now, it's just a structure and lightning show.
I can't quite tell.
Right there, just shining right into my eyes, so I can't see if somebody's like
Yeah, it is a
sitting in
dust
the
storm.
road doing photography or something, which they shouldn't, but still.
Hey, Christina, for the super chat. What's the highest amount of severe warnings at once today? I think 32 or 35. So we're almost undoubtedly not going to get back up to that number.
I can flip around, but honestly, they're going to see it better on the roof
I
cam.
know. I just wanted to see it for myself, if that's actually something or not. Probably not, but I don't know.
Hey, DB for the $20 super chat. I think the chances are generally low for Lake Texoma.
In the bag.
I heard fries are in the bag. I think that was from Connor.
There does appear to be a
Fries
dust
are in the
storm
bag.
reaching all the way up to the cloud base directly in front of us, and
I don't think this storm is done though. I think this one still has a chance.
It's a column of dust.
I mean, the boundary looks close.
Looks like Freddy's punching into the hook right now. I don't know which number he is though. Is he 2? All right, let's do 2.
I can't see from my person.
Back into this little thing here.
Freddy's punching into the hook echo.
Dang, these bolts.
It's deceptive. You think you're just getting a.
Is he getting it out of the car is the
outflow,
question.
Then all of a sudden, bam! It's trying to tornado.
Are the storms coming to DFW?
Yeah, it is really
They'll be there
deceptive.
probably
It's
around
just
midnight or
to
just
our
after
north.
midnight tonight. But yeah, you'll almost undoubtedly get some storms.
Just to our north here. There's probably like multiple areas where it's trying to put like a weak tornado down, but one of those situations, chat, where it's just not really worth trying to drive up in there. You know, this is one of those times where like if I had a Dominator, I for sure would be driving up there, but without the Dominator, you know, I'm just not quite gonna do that. You know,
Bro needs a Dominator.
nothing but a lowly
That's what I'm hearing.
Rav. Don't call it a lowly Rav. Dude. Gosh dang, bro. With our amazing, beautiful Rav.
Go back
I
to
just don't
Storm
wanna
Runner.
hurt-
Could have just been straight line too.
Yeah.
Storm Runner's in the hook right now.
There's circulation right in front of us, guys, and I can't tell.
Waiting for velocities to update, but again, rotation might be upticking here just east of Stamford. Might have another chance of producing a tornado here.
You said power flashes up there, DL. How's it now?
There was 2 back to back, and there isn't anymore. Like I said, it could have just been straight line, but it was definitely power flash to my west.
Say there was a power flash?
Well, Jaden, we're not far from where it curves east, so we're doing pretty
Velocities are still not very tight, just broad rotation right now.
Yeah, well, that shoulder has. Oh, that's a straight drop off. Just discovered that. Yeah.
Oh, that looks so ominous.
Hey, Amelia, for the super chat.
Yeah.
Well, that truck's about to drive into whatever it is in front of us. So
It seems like a.
The storm has got upgraded to 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds. It is a destructive supercell now.
Right to left.
This is a extremely dangerous situation now south of Haskell
But
for
I cannot
80-mile-per-hour
confirm
damaging
that.
winds. That means it is a destructive storm right now. Eventually going towards Albany. It's north of Abilene right now.
Pulled up into something, but I don't know.
Sounds like there have been a couple of power flashes. Unknown if that's a tornado or just from the 80-mile-per-hour winds that are associated with this storm.
Whoa, that was close. I don't even know what the couple looks like anymore. For all I know, this thing could look like garbage.
With those destructive 80 winds,
Woo!
This is a dangerous storm that is currently tracking to the east-southeast. It's very slowly moving east at about 10 miles per hour. And there may be a tornado. We don't really know, but there's at least very high winds that are, again, around 80 miles per hour, which is destructive. Basically, the level
Something it would be off to our north as well. So
of a tornado. One feature that I'm seeing on radar that I want to point out is that we have an outflow boundary right here. And then this is our hook echo. So we can't see the outflow boundary all the way up to the storm, but assuming that this outflow does curl back into our hook, that may promote a tornado. But if this is out in front of our storm here, the tornado threat would be pretty low if it was something like this. Like the tornado threat right now is basically 0 with that. But if this is curling back up to the north, which we don't know, there could be a tornado. Again, it's just basically contingent on this thing being latched to the outflow boundary. Everything further down to the south is outflow dominant. So really the concern is this storm here right over the east side of Stamford. 80 mile per hour wind gust was reported there from a storm chaser in addition to ping pong ball size tail at 8:47 p.m., which is why this has been upgraded. Stormers looking at it. Again, if you guys see anything, you can let me know in the chat. I'm looking, but I haven't seen anything clearly tornado-wise. They're having power flashes, though, near Stamford.
Yeah, we're in this little notch right here. I don't understand.
Hey, Mike, for the $10 super chat.
We're in the notch, but that's what I'm saying.
Connor's odds of getting stuck in a ditch this year have been so low for some reason. He has not gotten stuck in a ditch, I don't think, yet.
Right here, unless it gets brought back in here. Looks like it's being surged out.
I think we're officially in the notch.
They are in the notch.
I'd say, oh, this is going to get intense.
You guys got to be just to my west.
East. We're just to your east by like a mile.
How?
Okay, well, it's relatively calm here, believe it or not.
Where's Connor? Connor does not have... something happened to his stream. I don't know. It's technical issues, but I think he's done for today anyway.
We are almost to the cross section of 142 and 600.
Hey, Stephanie, for becoming a member. I'm getting a little bit more confident that the tornado risk on this storm is relatively low. It's not 0, but I think it's low. From what I'm seeing, I think that's just contamination. But for the latest scan, does look like our outflow boundary is right about there. And if that's the case, then the odds of this producing a tornado are very low because we don't have anything. Like, again, it's just outflow dominant, basically in a cool and stable environment. So if that's the case, the tornado threat would definitely be on the lower side of things. But still something to watch for. Again, we could still get more gust tornadoes. We've had a ton of those. And again, the wind threat is still significant. 80 mile per hour winds right now, moving in the direction of Breckenridge here within the next hour or so. We still have severe storms also back up in Oklahoma. We even have a little line of storms that has begun to form our cluster near Lawton. Keep in mind that this will eventually bow out and become more of a wind and tornado risk right along the Red River Valley here over the next few hours. So be ready for that here if you're right along the Red River Valley. It's back over to Freddie.
A little hail.
He's actually been driving through. It looks like some flooded roadways here. And he's also now low signal.
Maybe Eli finally gets.
Go back to him in a second. Thank you, Betty, for the super chat. Can you please make a deck of cards with Max Riley and Cheese Curd and Freddy's faces on it? That sounds really weird. I'm not going to lie, but I do appreciate the super chat. I don't know. Maybe. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. What's the craziest thing somebody mailed you? You know, I've been packing like my studio a little bit because I'm going to be moving at some point. I have it like at the bottom of the pile of fan mail. Like I have a box, like literally a big box of all fan mail. Probably the weirdest thing is one of the dolls that had my face on it. That was probably the weirdest thing. Some of you guys might remember. I can't find it because it's at the bottom, but it's a big box. Straws is also kind of random. I'm not going to lie. Apparently Storm Runner has rotation above them. listen in. I don't think there's anything rotating. It's probably not tornadic, but hey, Michelle for the Venmo donation saying or putting a pizza
Yeah,
emoji.
Daniel, it is.
I am actually kind of
This is
hungry
the
for
beginning
pizza.
of it. Here pretty soon, I'm going to head down to Abilene because eventually I got to get to Dallas tonight, and I'd like to get some form of sleep because I'm really not going to.
Shout out to Donna with a $30 Venmo donation. W's in the chat for Donna. Really appreciate that.
Over the next 72 hours, from what I can roughly schedule out in my head.
No.
Not particularly, because I'm going to be staying in Eugene and everything.
Hey, Stephanie for the super chat. Do you think DFW will get hit hard tonight? I think Dallas-Fort Worth is going to be interesting, but I don't think you guys are going to get hit like, I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. It could be a pretty intense line of storms, or it could just be outflow dominant wind. Right now, the latest HRRR is showing a pretty intense line of storms right around 3 to 4 in the morning. So, I mean, if this happens, we'll be mostly talking about wind. Really not much of a tornado risk if that happens. But I do think it'll be at least a decent round of storms here. Let me go back to here. I think wind is definitely the primary concern. Low tornado risk. Tomorrow, again, could be interesting. Tomorrow's a potential live stream day, not guaranteed, but we have a couple of supercells that'll probably fire in Texas tomorrow, mainly around Midland, just south and west of Abilene. And if one forms, we could see a tornado. Maybe even a large tornado. Wouldn't rule that out with tomorrow's environment, but it's going to be a pretty short-term threat. And then by Tuesday, I think things start to quiet down a little bit. I don't think Tuesday or Wednesday are stream days. And honestly, I don't know what we're doing yet on Tuesday, Wednesday, but probably going to take at least a day or two off. I'll probably have a video one of those days, but we will see. I think Freddie just had a lightning strike right in front of him again. Could be wrong. Let me go back to Freddie.
Hail.
Got some hail come down now. We also got a damage report of trees blown down south side of Stamford
Lightning
in the last few minutes.
Lightning rod? Lightning rod?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good nickname to have. I'm sure my mom.
Riley has a report. I don't think he has a report. He's not even here.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. Another day making my mom stress out. What the heck was that? I don't know. It's really
His mom is stressing out from the storm and him almost getting struck by lightning.
Tim Lightning Rod Reed.
Y'all, Freddie, we're gonna put like a nickname next to Freddie.
They took my $40 on sad.
Oh! The lightning rod.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, the nickname is
that
perfect.
was like 20 yards. Dude, I saw the freaking it struck the field right there, bro. Oh, dude, we're not safe. We're not safe. Is this it? Is this it for the raft? Is this time? Dude, that was so freaking close. I don't like it. That was actually pretty freaking close.
This is super fun.
Dude, that was just as close as the one last night.
Terrifying.
Just stay in the. Don't touch any wires.
Bro, someone in chat just called you Lightning McQueen.
Let's freaking go. I like that one.
Bro's Lightning McQueen. Baby. Lightning Rod, Lightning McQueen, all the same thing, basically.
Freaking ka-chow out here.
Ka-chow. Freddie's last words in the stream before he gets struck by lightning. Ka-chow.
Oh, my goodness. Storm's still out. I do think the storm's tornado risk is pretty much done, but we are still talking about 80-mile-per-hour winds. Right now, we have 21 severe thunderstorm warnings. We still have a tornado possible in Alabama. Let me hop over to that. It's near Florence. And now it's gotten removed on the latest warning. We got a surge of 70-mile-per-hour winds right now moving through northwest Alabama, going towards Huntsville, Coleman. So heads up if you're in northern Alabama, big line of thunderstorms. Tornado threat now is low, not zero, and also near Tuscaloosa and anywhere off to the west of Tuscaloosa. Basically, this entire area. We basically have no tornado risk for the majority of this area, but we do have a risk still of damaging winds around 60 to 70 miles per hour. We've had a lot of damage reports, probably have a lot of trees down. Riley has an update on the trees being down. Go ahead, Riley. Right now, there are trees down back over near Pickens, Mississippi. All right, thank you, Riley, for the update. So there you go. There's your update on the trees being down. So we got a lot of trees down right now across central Mississippi from this line of storms that is continuing to push down to the south. Tornado threat is pretty low as of right now. The interrogation for the $20 super chat. Happy birthday, Max. Another year older. Where's Riley? He is on vacation. There's no way you sent him some Worcestershire sauce in the mail. No way. Riley has another update. Go ahead, Riley. Yeah, Max, I think this storm over here north of Abilene is also outflow dominant, so the tornado threat, I think, is low. All right, thank you, Riley, for the update. Let's go back to Freddie.
It's been all day.
See if he gets any more lightning near him.
Yeah, what the Sigma, dude?
I'll fill in for Riley. Don't worry, guys. I'm here. Filling in for Riley today.
Should be on AT&T. Yeah,
What the Sigma?
I get double the pay just for
right here.
Just dangling on it. Yeah, maybe. I think it's up now. That's a little pixelated.
Let me go back to Storm Runner. They're still underneath that area of rotation, which I don't think is really rotating anymore, but they're actually near the hail core.
Maybe the 80 winds are on the outflow.
It's so weird. This is my first stream since April 14th, I think, of not having Riley on a stream. Which is actually pretty funny. You kind of get used to it after a while. Get used to having somebody else on your stream. Now we just don't have it. Hey, you Elf, the super chat.
Guys, a lot of standing water on the road on 600. It's pretty bad.
Let me go back to Friday.
We got to the evening hours. We get to that big MCS, and I think that time has finally arrived.
I'll go back to him in a second. Riley is once again on vacation. He's on vacation. He's on vacation till Friday. You miss him? I mean, for the record, there is a chance I actually see him in like 2 days. So he's on vacation, maybe in Florida, maybe not. Can't confirm or deny.
Chat, is the stream working? Can you guys
The
hear
stream's
the
working,
stream?
but we need to see him get out of the.
Can you guys hear the stream?
We need to see him get out of the car.
Hello?
Right now.
Use John as a substitute. Well, I thought about
It
using
doesn't
John. The
work.
problem
We're
is he's
gonna
working tonight.
Go ahead and airplane mode the phone and reset the thing, so maybe it comes back. We're gonna do a little reset of our.
Hey, Freddie,
internet.
your stream's back. I hate to tell you, but you're talking to your audience right now.
It's fine.
Yes.
Good.
It's back. It's good
Okay.
now.
I had to make this public disclaimer here on Twitter. It is not my birthday, and Matthew Capucci threatened me and said, next time I go to Olive Garden, they're going to make me sing for me. And bro sent me this. What is going on in this photo? And I'm not. My name is not Travelocity. I don't know what's going on anymore. Today's been such a weird stream. Nothing has felt normal about today.
Responding though, I feel like that means you can hear us.
There's absolute chaos without Riley here.
This is our road, but the road is a freaking gravel road.
Yeah, clone Riley.
Oh wait, no, that's not a road. Why is it telling me to take that
Looks like everybody's losing connection. Apparently, there is shattered glass, by the way. Tornado Page does have their back windshield apparently shattered, or at least partially shattered from hail. So, unfortunately, they've taken damage from hail. This storm was producing larger hail over 277. It's gotten smaller now. Still producing up to 80-mile-per-hour winds here in Central Texas. Thank you, Terry, for the super chat. Happy birthday, Max. We officiate my daughter's wedding. I am not doing a wedding. I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything about weddings. I've been to one. And I literally don't remember like anything about it. That's the second person today to ask me to officiate somebody's wedding. Heads up, by the way, if you're anywhere near Oklahoma City, we got another severe storm near Chickasha that's currently producing 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail. The threat here of a tornado very low. This is another outflow dominant storm. We got an outflow boundary way out here. So tornado threat in the OKC area, very low tonight. This outflow boundary is shooting to the south. And so our tornado threat mostly right now in southern Oklahoma, basically for all of Oklahoma right now. Thank you, Annette, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. They also thank you, Spider, for the super chat. Just want to stop by and wish you a happy birthday. You look great for being 53. All right, guys. Like, I don't know what I do anymore. I can't. I need to ban the word birthday. I think that's what we need to do. Hello, Freddie's mom. Is Freddie's mom in the chat? Go back over to. Let's actually go to Freddie. His connection's back, and it looks like it's flooding.
Popping back in here again because we have the Lamberts in chat. We got.
Let me go back over to Stormrunner. Back to Freddie in a second. And never mind, we're going back to Freddie. My birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday.
Be in for some thunder, lightning, maybe some.
We'll go to them in a second. You put up Ben? What's Ben doing? Is Ben on this storm?
Right in front of me that looks semi-interesting. I know there's nothing there probably, but it just looks interesting. You know.
Well, Ben Williams.
I mean, it just looks interesting right there.
Yeah, right there looks kind of interesting there.
Right in front of me. That's an interesting looking lowering, but right, that shouldn't be anything.
Thank you, Zachary, for the super chat. Happy early reminder of your day of birth. At this point, it's just a daily reminder that's my birthday. Do a cameo for the wedding? I mean, we do cameos for the record. Or I do cameos, not we. Back over to Stormrunner. Bro, every time I click on somebody today, they lose signal. It's a reoccurring trend here today. Hey, Kyle for the $10 super chat. Guys, Riley is not fired. I don't know why. Riley's literally on vacation. These rumors need to stop. Got rumors of Riley being fired. It's my birthday, apparently. I got engaged. I have 3 kids, and I'm married. Like, none of this is true. Like, thanks, Samantha, for becoming a member. Thank you, L, for the super chat.
Copy. Yeah, the right lane is like flooded on the right now. We're 2 miles for turning south on Highway 6.
Chat is absolutely out of it today.
No, I'm 1.2 from Highway 6.
I think this might be the worst my chat has ever been. I'm not going to lie. It's been going for like 5 hours. Thank you, D, for the $20 super chat. North Texas here. Got my Max hat and t-shirt on. Worried about my family flying to DFW at 11. I think they'll be all right. The storms will probably hold off until after midnight in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I knew Riley was the glue to the stream. Apparently he is. They rimmed her for the super chat. Also, the cookie for the $10 super chat. RFD's picking up here. RFD is picking up.
We are on our way down to Connor. Probably going to be about 45 minutes. Nowadays, it's just taking forever to drive through, and now I'm only able to do about 45 because the roads are so bad. What?
Hey, Jem, for the super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Jem. Thanks for spreading the truth. Freddie is in high winds as well, but I think his connection's poor right now.
This is a crazy core here.
This is where we have up to 80-mile-per-hour winds, and Freddie's kind of in the midst of it right now.
This is crazy.
He's in the hurricane force winds. Hey, Billy, for the super chat. I love your new haircut. Thank you. I got this haircut like
Watch him end his freaking
3 weeks
stream.
ago
If he
now.
ends his stream, I'm literally going to fight him. I'm going to pull off here, I think. We're just going to eat it. I don't know what the quality of this road is, so I'm not going to. Actually, I don't think it's too bad. But I'm going to pull off here real quick. We're about to eat this core. Let's eat it. Look, it's just to our west. We go more north, I think. I think we do got to go a little more
They're in the
north.
core of the wind and
yeah,
also
it's
near the
kind of
hail.
shifting more north.
Can Freddie do the gritty in the rain?
I thought
Bro,
it would
there's
probably
no
be
way
heading
Freddie's
east,
doing the
it's,
gritty in the rain.
Translating north for whatever reason. Trying to hit this hail.
Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. Thank you also,
Somebody
Rain, up for the
tell
super
Ben
chat.
in the chat to not end his stream.
Thank you, Okra, also for becoming a member.
Gosh, dang. Freaking crazy on this road.
Very much so.
Hey, Dylan for the $20 super chat. Thanks for streaming, Max. We all know Riley's. What? What does it even mean? Chicken
I might just
lamp?
take this to the intersection, take it left.
Shoot through it.
Yeah, we're going to plow through it.
All right.
Got a good 60-mile-an-hour wind here, just raging.
I don't know if I can read my chat anymore. I'm not going to lie. Stormwater is going through like some actual
Angry
flooding.
Lord.
They're going through some legit flooding right now.
Down 600, it is flooded. Not super bad, but Brandon, I know you don't mess with water. It is flooded.
Yeah, it's actually flooded quite a bit. We missed like a lot. Yeah, there's more of it. Actually, really flooded here on this roadway just east of Stamford.
Out of this thing on whatever 6 is and get out ahead of it that way.
The Jet for the super chat. What is Wichita Falls looking like for tonight? Should be damaging winds, very low tornado risk.
Did not need to know that, buddy.
That's funny you say that, 'cause I'm literally walking through Walmart right now.
What, the Walmart in Abilene by chance?
Definitely not. It's the one in Norman. I accidentally took my walkie-in because I thought it was my phone.
What is the best storm chasing vehicle? Why are you asking me? I'm not a storm chaser. I mean, we can go like, let's just say a Cybertruck. I don't know. Get an electric car to go storm chasing. How fun does that sound? You got a 60-mile-per-hour storm going west to east. You are chalked. You're not going to make it very far. You have to charge every like 25 miles, and it takes like half an hour or an hour or something ridiculous.
Something weird about it. Can anybody refresh me on what the 0Z said? It just says that a helpful boundary from this stuff crashed basically all the way to like the Gulf, and it just stabilizes behind.
Let me go back to Friday here.
Might not stop by.
Hey, Cookie for the $10 super chat.
Say hi, hang out for a little bit.
Yep, and maybe you could throw our stream up a read stream or something. You know, it's kind of double boxes or something. Feel free to do that. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, though, anyway, and giving us your time of day. And
Hey, Joseph,
giving us
become a
a
member.
chance. Got big shoes to fill coming over from the Team Dominator stream.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, hand up the super chat. Excuse me. We have a
Yeah,
new
we
severe
got some,
thunderstorm
like-
warning that has just been issued on this storm. That's going to be west of Woodson. It's been downgraded. It's back down to 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds. Also, $half sized hail being possible. Let me go back over to Alabama real quick. Looks like mostly wind right now going towards Huntsville. There is still a low tornado risk if you're near Huntsville, Alabama. So we're still keeping an eye on this. There's actually a little bit of rotation here. Not much. It's more of a wind concern in my opinion, but maybe a little bit of rotation going towards Decatur. I think generally speaking, though, it's all wind for the most part now in Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Honestly, most places are wind at this point. Tornado risk is definitely lower. Thank you, Billy, for the super chat. Dude, what is that profile picture? What just happened on this radar scan? Dude, what is going on here? Excuse me? Just like this radar scan just spawned in like 29 storms off to the east of Abilene. Or what? I don't know what's going on. Today has been such a weird stream. It's been the strangest stream I think ever. Thank you, Interrogation, for the $20 super chat. I'm waiting to see if it fixes itself. That's kind of sus. It did not fix itself. All right, there we go. Tinfoil hats. Yep, here we go. Hey, Stephanie, for the $10 super chat. I think Georgia's going to be all right. Very low wind risk for Georgia. It's going to be the biggest concern for tonight. Damaging winds. We go back to Freddie. Actually, I want to go to Storm Runner. They're going through a lot of floodwaters right now. A lot of flooding. Really just driving through flooded roadways right now. Near Highway 6, just south of Avoca. It's like all flooded here on this road. There's definitely poor drainage.
I don't know what it is about that lane, but it's underwater. Oh, it's flowing off that county road.
Thank you, Jet, for the... Oh, I already answered that. But thank you, Jet, again for the Venmo donation.
Yeah, this thing's hooking over here again.
Oh yeah, but where's the boundaries? Are going into it or not?
Yeah, we got a hook echo on radar again as DL is referencing, but again, this storm definitely appears to be outflow dominant. The outflow boundary's about 5 miles ahead of the hook.
Dude. Tired.
Going crazy.
Hey, Tool for the super chat.
Except for I can sleep probably. But...
I'm never running my fingers through my hair ever again.
Banana nut muffin. Banana bread, anything is just good, bro. I like me some.
Very, very,
bread.
very strange stream tonight. Is there a full moon? I don't know. Is there a full moon tonight?
Yeah. Okay. Well, chat.
Not some banana bread just a minute ago.
Dude, what? All right, Charlie, give us some.
May 12th was
Charlie,
the last time we had a full moon.
You're gonna flex on us like that, Mr. Charlie. In the studio, banana freaking
Go
peasants
back over
are
to
out
Storm
here.
Runner.
Southwest, bro. No. It's just further away than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, right.
I think I told you.
DFW will be mainly a wind threat after midnight. Low tornado risk.
I'm just being complacent because I'm not going to get to go to bed till like 2. I got to be up at 8.
Absolute lightning shot here tonight.
Oh god, I'm seeing. Please tell me this is just like a random light up here and it's not traffic.
Thank you, Yor, for the 5 get the memberships. Appreciate that.
Oh, the stupid connection, man. I don't understand. Flash flood warning.
Is there going to be a tornado in Alabama? I don't think so. I think Alabama's tornado risk is pretty much 0. We are still sitting at 19 severe thunderstorm warnings, by the way.
Cities just been getting dumped.
Still at 19 severe thunderstorm warnings. Most of them are in Texas or in Mississippi or Alabama. Hey, Dallas for the super chat. When am I going on Kimmel? I'm not going on Jimmy Kimmel. We stop saying free Riley, bro. I can't do anything about it. Like, bro, he's not even like he hasn't responded to like anything today. He's literally just chilling. He's on vacation. He is just chilling. I messaged him, but I doubt he's gonna. I'm pretty sure he is fully locked in on vacation. It's almost a new moon. It is going to a new moon right now. What's with Tulsa, Oklahoma? Not much. I don't think you guys are going to see much tonight. If anything, it'll just be an isolated strong storm up there. Amarillo's got narrowly missed by most of the severe weather. Right now, the greatest concern for severe weather is honestly winding down. We don't really have a whole lot of significant severe weather happening right now. It's going to ramp up again in an hour or so, but like generally speaking, we're going to see a huge cluster of storms form in the next few hours going in the direction of Dallas Fort Worth. That is going to be one of the biggest concerns. And then on top of that, we'll have another area of storms form in Oklahoma City. And so these two areas of storms will probably collide later tonight, and we should continue to see a damaging wind threat and tornado threat persist near the Red River Valley, and also North Texas. But again, that's more of an overnight threat. Got a huge line of storms right now approaching Jackson in Mississippi right now. There's no lightning right now in the camera. There's very little lightning with this line of storms, believe it or not. All outflow dominant, no tornado risk again in Mississippi right now. Back over to the west of Birmingham and north of Birmingham, it is mostly wind as well. Not seeing really any main areas of rotation. It's mostly just wind. So again, tornado threat definitely lower tonight, but not zero. Thank you, Donald, for the super chat. I've been in a tropical storm and hurricane. I've never been in a tornado or even remotely near a tornado. So shout out to Michael with the Venmo donation. Your favorite weather conspiracy? Honestly, cheese curds. There is a full-blown conspiracy theory around cheese curds right now. It's a big one. I think we have scientific evidence to prove that cheese curds actually make the weather more significant. I have to do a study on that at some point. Cheese curds are gross? Get this guy out of here. Get this guy banned. There's no way. Go back over to Tornado Pagey. They're going right back into the core of the storm again. Wind and hail's picking up. 70-mile-per-hour winds, $half-sized hail falling with this. Hey, Jamie, for the $20 super chat. This warning just got upgraded again, I think. It's up to 80-mile-per-hour winds again. We're right back up to a significant storm here with 80-mile-per-hour winds. Is it this one or is it the other one? The wind is crazy in this thing. No, it's a southern storm. So near Hawley, just north of Abilene, Texas, we're up to 80-mile-per-hour winds again. And again, Tornado Page here is basically punching into this. Yeah, they're punching into this right now. Hurricane force winds.
We have a destructive tag.
We're right back up to 80-mile-per-hour winds, and they're punching it right now. Definitely a dangerous storm here. Thank you, Linguini, for the 5 gift memberships. And also thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. There's literally no visibility here. This is crazy. So again, this is 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds. They have low connection. We'll go back to them in a second. But yeah, winds are definitely crazy here. They just upgraded this warning to 80-mile-per-hour winds. You can actually see the velocities on radar. They are definitely over 70, possibly as high as 80. But the velocities definitely agree with there being destructive winds here, or at least near destructive winds, moving in the direction of 351 just to the north of Abilene, Texas. If you're back over in Abilene, definitely be ready. There are more storms that are firing off to your west. Outflow boundary is moving through Abilene right now. We'll probably see some more storm activity fire in the next 30 minutes in the Abilene area. Back to them in a second. Also, Storm Intermedia, I believe, is coming up on this too, so we're keeping an eye on them. Let's go to Storm Runner. They're punching the wind and hail core now too, or they're beginning to at least. Should pick up more here in the next minute or two.
Appreciate Freddie. I cannot load anything on my phone now, so I can't. Freddy's. We chase with him. We're around him a lot. So thank you all again for your support. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers here.
Where are the storm chasers? Most of them are just north of Abilene.
I'm going to drop him off before I head over to Dallas.
I have connection issues with everybody, but this back to Tornado Pagey. Still driving through the surge of the wind here. It's north of Abilene, Texas.
The storm's good when you just got to use the map in your card.
Yeah, I know.
This is the best map there is. Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Just trying to go into Denny's.
What? Ooh, we're getting real wet now, Becky.
How are you?
I took it over. I signed the waiver, Bryce. So
All right, let's back over to the live radar. Let me go over to this. We got a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center. This is for North Texas and Southern Oklahoma. Severe wind threat will continue downstream this evening. We will likely get a new severe thunderstorm watch for North Texas and Southern Oklahoma. Main concerns will be damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, potentially a tornado or two, in addition to hail up to the size of golf balls. So all hazards are on the table here this evening across Oklahoma and Texas, but mainly a wind threat. It includes the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well. And it looks like they're driving right back through the 80-mile-per-hour winds. This is, again, a destructive severe storm with 80-mile-per-hour winds. Basically an EF0 tornado ripping across this area, just in a large area. Thank you, Dylan, for the super chat. He is not in Myrtle Beach. Thank you, Amanda, for the Venmo donation. What is the deal with your hair and birthday jokes? I'm new to your channel. I don't know why you're asking me. I did not start it. This is all the chat. Nothing to do with me. Might be losing signal here. Go back to radar. Velocities are being measured now on radar around 76 miles per hour, so it's a bit higher than the last scan. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty intense area of downburst winds. It's going towards Albany and Moran here in Texas, so definitely be ready for this, again, north of Abilene. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning near Wichita Falls, Texas. This is for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. No really, definitive tornado risk as of right now. This is a live shot in Burke Burnett, Texas on the radar mega cyclone port. I'm going to try to get this on one of the camera slots here. We'll probably put this bottom right. Let's do cam 3. We'll put that bottom right of your screen. But definitely a lot of lightning with this storm, in addition to 60-mile-per-hour winds tracking in the direction of Duncan, Eureka, and as well as Wichita Falls. Back over in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City Metro is still dealing with a lot of rain. Severe weather is pretty minimal across the board right now. The greatest concentration should be in this corridor over the next several hours. So right around the Red River Valley and just to the south there of Oklahoma City. And then Jackson, Mississippi, you guys are about to get hit by 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds. This entire line is producing 60-mile-per-hour winds. Literally, it extends all the way from Texarkana back towards Birmingham, and then it breaks up a little bit here, and then it's another line near Huntsville. Generally speaking, if you're back over in Alabama, it should be mostly wind. The tornado threat at this point, pretty much zero. But not zero, it's very close to zero. Let's go back over to, looks like everybody's out of signal in the core of the storm. We'll stay here for a moment. Thoughts on Austin this evening? I think Austin will be fine tonight. Tomorrow, a little bit of a different story. Tomorrow's threat of severe weather. Also, I just want to quickly go over this. I might have a video tomorrow. I really don't know yet. Because, to be honest, the weather is kind of weird right now. We're kind of going to be in a weird period. But the Storm Prediction Center does have right now a slight risk of severe weather in place for tomorrow across almost the same areas. Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, marginal threat from Colorado back into Georgia. It's almost the same exact area, just about 100 miles or so further south. That's basically all it is. We are talking mainly about a threat for very large hail and damaging winds tomorrow, but there is a 2% tornado risk across approximately 30% of Texas. So I think we'll probably be live again tomorrow if we get a tornado warning and if the storm actually looks like it's going to drop. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. We'll probably be live again tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, pull the SBC outlook again tomorrow, or for Tuesday, I mean. After tomorrow, I think generally the severe weather threat is much lower. We got a Gulf Coast severe weather threat from Texas back into Georgia. But I don't think there's going to be anything streamable on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think things are going to be a bit quieter. That could always change. What's interesting, though, over the next couple of weeks is our weather pattern is going to be changing a lot. And we talked a lot about this in today's forecast. And tomorrow's forecast will probably be geared towards what's upcoming in the long term. But this is what it looks like here for the next week or two. So, again, we got a lot of mesoscale days ahead, a lot of storms here in the southern plains. They're about Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday, we could see some initiation out here in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, but I think a lot of it will be high plains activity. And then by the weekend into early next week, this is by June 1st, it's pretty quiet. All right. It probably won't stay this way, though. I think by the 3rd or 4th day of June, we're going to get another big trough in the northern and central plains, and that'll probably be the return of our next significant severe weather event, whether that is an outbreak of severe weather or whatever it might be. That is on the horizon. So again, the Southern Plains severe weather season, we're not over. We still got a full month to go, really, about a month and a half to go, but it's definitely getting close to the end. I mean, we only got a few more weeks, really, until everything starts to go further to the north towards the Ohio Valley and stuff. So there are only so many more Texas severe weather events ahead. I just figured I'd let you guys know what the long term looks like, but again, that's just kind of a rough estimation of what we can expect here over the next few weeks. They static for the super chat. Also, thank you, Delmer, for the super chat. Sulphur Springs tonight. Wind will be the main concern well after midnight. And if you're over near Abilene, we got an outflow boundary moving down to the south. We got a few storms initiating off of it. And so I think generally we'll be talking about the potential here for some hail and wind if any of these storms can organize. But the worst storm is off to your north right now, which is producing up to 80 mile per hour winds. Velocities are being measured at about 80 miles per hour now, just off to the north of Abilene. Thank you, ATX, for becoming a VIP Velocity member. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. I think hurricane season will be interesting. I don't think it's going to be the same as last year, but it'll probably be pretty active. I don't think we're doing like a hurricane forecast either, but we don't usually do one. But the National Hurricane Center has mentioned that they have like a 60% chance of above average hurricanes this season and tropical storms or named storms, and it's like 30% for average and then 10% for below average. So it'll probably be pretty active if I had to guess. It'll probably be pretty active. Yeah, if you're over in Dallas, again, line of storms will be approaching around midnight to 4 in the morning, somewhere in that time frame. It's still hours out. By the time these storms get to you, they'll probably still be producing damaging winds and a low tornado risk. Yeah, Dallas will be an overnight threat by the looks of it. So have ways to receive warnings if you're back over in the DFW area. Still a little ways from now. Where's Riley? He is on vacation. You're gonna let Riley come back for hurricane season, dude? He's only gone for 5 days. Like 5-day vacation. It's all right. Thank you, Cameron, for the $10 super chat. Family flying into Dallas at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Are they good? The storms are going to be arriving probably, or going through the area around 5. So there actually could be some problems. First off, how are they arriving at 5 in the morning? That seems very early. I would think flights usually come in around 8 or 9. This is what it looks like at 2 a.m. tonight. So we're going to have a ton of storms out there in Dallas, Fort Worth. About 3 a.m., approximately 3 a.m. tonight. A lot of storms in and around Dallas, Fort Worth. 4 to 5 in the morning. They'll be down to the south. So there could be some problems. Red eye flights. I guess I don't usually see any flights flying in at like I feel like every flight, like the normal like earliest arrival time to an airport is usually like 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's just at least from my past experience. Also, Freddie is driving through some crazy flooding. Just drove through a huge puddle. And he's also come to nearly a stop. Hopefully he's fine. I don't know what happened. He's like at a stop right now. That might not be good. They're backing up? What is going on here? Are they good? They don't have their audio on, but... Now they're backing up. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of water on the roadways, though. There's definitely flooding. Turn around, don't drown. Well, I don't know if that's the reason why they're turning around or if it's something else. They're literally backing up, so this is kind of weird. Flooding's definitely a big issue over here near Stamford, Texas. Now he's driving forward. This is very interesting. And now he stopped. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's fine. Their YouTube went down a bit ago. Well, they ended their stream. That wasn't because of this. Water in their engine. I don't know if they have water in their engine or something else. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Definitely not good, though. They're turning around, it looks like. You know where he's at? He's on. He's near Avoca, Texas. See the water on the roadway here. They're kicking up a lot of it with the tires. They must be turning around because of the flooding. Must be taking like an alternate route or something like that. Do you see a tornado? No, there's no way you saw a tornado. It had to have been the flooding. The timing of it makes sense. Back over to Storm Runner Media. They're on the destructive 80-mile-per-hour severe storm right now.
Yeah, no kidding, guys. I'm gonna get a copyright struck for saying those lyrics.
I'm like opening my eyes real wide, and the people in my chat were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am just beat." I'm exceptionally mentally tired for some reason. Physically, I feel fine, but mentally,
I'll go back to them in a second. Freddie bottom right. Thank you, and for the super chat. Thank you for the great reporting. I appreciate the generosity. We are about to hit 6 hours on today's stream. I'm not going to lie. It felt like we started the stream like definitely not 6 hours ago. Felt like we started this maybe 3 hours ago. This has been a really, like, it feels like this stream's had so much action. There's been a lot of stuff happening. You know, this storm's attempting to reach out to the outflow boundary again. I don't think this is going to produce another tornado, but it's been trying. Winds are pretty high north of Abilene, still around 80 miles per hour. We should start to see the tornado threat increase a little bit near the Red River Valley over the next hour or so here in southern Oklahoma as well. 60-mile-per-hour winds right now moving through Wichita Falls, Lawton, just south of Oklahoma City. A little bit of hail as well with that line of storms. And for the most part, everything in Alabama and Mississippi is beginning to weaken. We should see 60-mile-per-hour winds reach Huntsville, but I think generally speaking, the severe weather threat pretty low right now for that area. Tuscaloosa, same thing. Mainly going to be wind over in Tuscaloosa and Jackson. We got the line of storms rolling through your area here over the next 30 minutes or so, and we should start to see the wind threat continue, and it'll probably start to fall apart once this gets down to Laurel and Hattiesburg, once the instability kind of runs out, which basically means these storms are going to run out of fuel here in the next about hour or two here in southern Mississippi and southern Alabama. The watch does go until, I believe, 3 a.m. Central Time, so, I mean, they'll probably continue to watch for some time, but yeah, it'll be canceled for a lot of areas in Mississippi in about 2 or 3 hours. And we also got some storms popping up near the Red River, just north of Dallas-Fort Worth. None of these currently a concern for anything, but we may see a hail and wind risk increase over the next hour, possibly even a low-end tornado risk. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Big surge of wind once again right now, just off to the east, or north, excuse me, of Abilene. And we legit have a hook on this storm now. There might actually be rotation there. Is that maybe where Freddy's going? It literally looks like it's rotating right here. Also, velocities on radar are currently sitting at about 80 to 85 miles per hour. About 15, 20 miles north of Abilene. Might be a little bit of rotation there. I mean, we got boundaries. We got really one main boundary, but it might be catching up to this boundary too. So maybe the tornado threat isn't fully done yet. Freddy's driving towards this. We'll see if he actually is going for that or if he's just trying to get to the hotel he's going to. I'm another radar scan here in a second. Back over to Storm Runner.
Get sleep tonight because tomorrow's going to be a long day. Tuesday's going to be a long day. I don't know what's going on, but Wednesday may or may not be a long day. It just depends on if I decide to fly back on Wednesday. Connor was saying I won't even have a reason to, but I'll have to confirm that before I make any changes to my return flight. As of right now, I land Wednesday.
Got another radar scan coming in. Freddy's driving towards that hook right now.
But I'm not necessarily going home for rest. Let's put it that way. So,
let me know if you.
It depends on what GFS run you believe. The 0Z does not.
Waiting for this next radar scan to come in. Still got a little hook on this. You're going to see what the velocities look like.
If there's like consistently saying there's nothing, then there's no point for me to come back out here if there's nothing happening. But if there's something, then I was planning on being here. So more than likely, I'll be back on Wednesday. Unless it really looks.
I need you to get closed captioning on your videos. Well, the problem is we can't do it on live streams. Otherwise, our live streams would be delayed by like 30 seconds. So we're not going to do closed captions for that reason. I would otherwise, but like the problem is YouTube delays your stream even further. It gets delayed by like 30 seconds. So I'd much rather the streams be in basically real time than have it delayed just for that. I wish there was a balance, but there really isn't one.
Thanks, buddy.
I got a biker gang out here.
PDS bikers. Who's Metar going to be with? I don't know yet, Bill. I do not know yet. I could be on my own. I could be with a couple of other people. So that's if I decide to. I kind of feel bad when I ride with others, though. I rode with Brandon. I know he didn't mind, but I kind of feel like, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm just, I'm just moving person to person to hitch rides with or something.
This is a fairly temporary issue, though. Garrett's car should be coming relatively soon, I hope.
Freddy's punching into the hail core right now. I wish we had his audio, but he's actually punching into the hail core right now. So he's driving through the hail and going towards that little hook right now near Highway 6. Doesn't really look like it's rotating on radar. I think it's more just a wind threat, even though it has that shape to it. I just think it's too far to the northwest of our outflow boundary. There's a fishnado off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida. That's very far off the coast of Florida. That's not even close to Jacksonville. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, gifted memberships on the channel are always random. I wish Storm Chasers had their location on screen. We're going to add that in the near future. That is one of our biggest to-do list things within the next few weeks. We're hoping to get that on probably by mid-June, if I had to guess, maybe late June. So we're gonna have that at some point here in the near future. Got a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center.
That's not just low clouds sitting in front of it.
New mesoscale discussion here. That's going to be back over in Alabama, Northwest Georgia, Eastern Mississippi. The severe storm potential will continue through late evening. So a couple tornadoes are still possible. Damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and golf ball sized hail will be a possibility. Freddy's trying to find another lake on the road. He's still out there. He's still driving. He's still going. Red River Valley update. I've already kind of gone over it, but it's mostly going to be a wind threat. But again, isolated tornado or threat. Isolated tornado or two is still possible. Thank you, Mark, for becoming a maximum velocity member. Really appreciate that. So what Storm Intermedia is looking at too. They're in downtown Abilene. I think they're just going to their hotel, but they're just to the south now of this destructive supercell. Again, this is still producing damaging winds as high as 80 miles per hour as it continues to track to the east. The velocities on radar are still very high, mainly along Highway 6 and 180 coming up on Albany. So if you're in Albany, Texas, stay away from windows as the storm approaches. Winds again could be as high as 80 miles per hour. They're probably back down to around 70 now, but they're still pretty high. Moving to the east-southeast. Tornado watch does continue for one more hour, but again, I think the tornado threat is pretty much done. So it's winding down. At least generally speaking, it should be going down. How's Denton, Texas look for tonight? Should be mainly a wind threat tonight if you're in Denton. Mainly a wind threat. Winds will probably be around 60 to 75 miles per hour for the Dallas-Fort Worth area tonight. Same thing for Denison. Basically anywhere in North Texas, all the same threat for tonight. One massive warning in northern Alabama right now. I think generally, again, there's really not much more to cover. It's mostly just wind. Like at this point, it's mostly just down to 60 mile per hour winds. We don't have anything rotating on radar. Nothing that's going to continue for much more than another hour or two, other than the Dallas-Fort Worth stuff. And yeah, I mean, unless this DFW stuff really ramps up again, I mean, we might go live again. But I think most of the severe weather threat is winding down. North Texas, Oklahoma still at risk for the next several hours. It'll just be mostly a wind threat in addition to some hail. But tornado risk, generally speaking, is going to be low for the next several hours. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Been a busy day, though. Been a long stream, 6 hours. Not actually that long. Am I in DFW? I am not in DFW. I am not in the track of these storms. Alrighty, well, I think we're going to end it there. Again, there's really not much else to cover. We're going to continue to watch for at least some damaging winds for the next few hours, and then after that, things are going to start to quiet down. So what we're going to go and do is raid Storm Runner Media. We'll give them a little raid. They've had some low viewership today. We want to help them out, so make sure spam Max raid in the chat over there. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, we do live streams like this all the time. Make sure to like the stream as well. In addition to that, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at MaxVelocityWX, and you can also join our Discord server, which is also linked in the comments or the description, down below. We have a bunch of links down there. By the way, we've also updated all the equipment that we use in the studio in the comments. So if you want to go check that out, you can. Back down in the comment section or in the description, there is a link